Hey YouTube, it's Rarity here, and I'm back again with another Tech Card Tuesday, brought to you exclusively through Geek. For this week's discussion, we have Santa Claus. Now this is a delightful level 6 Light Fiend monster, and its effect reads that you can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's side of the field in defense position by tributing one monster they control. If summoned this way during the end phase of the turn, you can draw one card. It has 1200 attack and 2500 defense. Now, why do I choose this card for my Tech Card Tuesday today? Ideally, or what inspired me, let's put it that way. What inspired me, first of all, to use this card is the fact that I'm playing Ritual Beast, and they have the quick play defuse effect. They can pretty much dodge anything. Now, for thinking about the mirror match, which granted doesn't come up that often, at YCS Chicago I saw no mirror matches. I didn't play against Ritual Beast once, and that was even in some side events. However, and you know, there's only like one in top. Well, yeah, I think there's only one in top 32. Yeah. So, granted, it won't come up that often, but if it does, I want to be prepared because it's not a very delightful mirror match. So, I went to thinking about, looking at different cards and thinking about what can actually stop them, because they just have the ability to, defuse, and you can't target them with anything; they'll just bounce out of it. If they have a Podolphin that can't be destroyed, and all kinds of crazy things. So I wanted a way just to get rid of the problem, and I figured there's no better way than dropping a Santa Claus on them. Because they can't dodge tributing, because that's just the cost for the effect to go off. And then, as you see, Santa Claus only has 2500 defense. I could easily swing over that with a Leo, and the effect to draw a card would be the person who controls that card. Another cool little thing about it, if you are playing Ritual Beast, or there's actually some Yosenju players playing as well, that you can do a loop with it, because if you tribute off the monster and then summon a Podolphin and bounce it back to your hand, you essentially just got rid of the monster for free. It's pretty awesome. And with Yosenjus, you can bounce it back with comma 1, I think. I don't know, it's one of the commas. I don't know why they don't actually have real names. But as I started playtesting this, and I put this in my side deck, and then I was just playtesting against other decks and doing things, I was like, wait a minute, this is really good against the tellers, because a lot of the time they'll just leave like their Trivier or something on the field and have a whole bunch of back row, and you can just tribute their Trivier, and or no, that brings out another guy. Well, whatever they have, sometimes they'll have a Deneb, early game especially. They'll just have a Deneb. And then, or if it was a Trivier with no materials, or whatever the situation is. What I'm saying is you can get rid of the monster, and then that way their counter trap is no longer live. In playtesting, it's worked out pretty well. Granted, I haven't seen this card entirely too much, but when I have seen it, it's put in some work. I've won games with Santa Claus, and I gotta tell you, it's the greatest feeling ever. Sorry if that's my inner troll coming out, but people don't like being beaten by a demonic Satan Santa Claus thing. It's pretty awesome. I'm glad that this is a card. Glad that it's actually somehow playable. I don't know. Then also, if you're playing against either Necros or Shaddolls and they're playing Danko, huge problem for you. And you can just easily drop it on them. It's better against Shaddolls because Necros have the Jinlock thing. So if you do the Jinlock, or if they do the Jinlock, you can't drop a Santa Claus on them, because you can't special summon. So there is that, but definitely helps out with Danko. And then even if you can't kill it, at that point, or like if you can't make a Leo at that point, you could just Steeds it away or something like that. So I don't know. I really like it. It has that potential to net your opponent a draw, but ideally you want to play it in a way to where they won't be getting the draw. You want to make sure that doesn't happen. And it's essentially just a card problem solver. And I like it for that reason. It handles, like I said, Ritual Beast, the fusions, handles them really well. It handles Satellars, if you play smart, you have to really play smart with them, and definitely Danko. And in some situations, like even Winda. Winda can be a definite problem, and you're just like, goodbye, Winda. And then, if you were going to try to like compulse it, or hit it with Podolphin or something, you know, or swing over with Leo. They could try to do some nonsense Shaddoll fusion and all that stuff. But instead of, you know, trying to play through the background, you're just or back row, you're just like, goodbye. So I really like this card. I've been waiting a little bit. I've known about this card. I've been playing this card for a little bit. I didn't want to say it until YCS Chicago though, because I didn't want everyone to know about it. Apparently some people are already starting to play it though, which, you know, I kind of figured since I've been holding it off. Like I said, I have been playing this almost since it came out. I pulled it and I read it because I was just like, you know, this card's hilarious. Let's see what it actually does. And I was like, wait a minute, we may have something there. Which granted at first I thought you got to draw a card at first. I was like, that seems broken. No, but it's your opponent. Unless you play like something that gives you, unless you snatch the lid back. Anyway, that would be so broken. But yeah, I really like the card. I want to know what you all think about it. Is there something? Do you think there's a better way to solve problem monsters? And what decks would you actually play this in? Because definitely, you know, it'd be good in Burning Abyss. You could Virgil it back to your hand. Anything, I think anything where you can bounce it back to your hand, it'll be good in. So right now, off the top of my head, Ritual Beast, Burning Abyss, and what was the other one I said? Yosenju's. I hate that deck, so that's why I forgot about it. Sorry, all you Yosenju fans out there. But I really like this card. I'm only setting in it 2, so we'll see how often it actually comes up in a match. But again, super satisfaction when you win with this card. I've never felt anything like that. But as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, both my personal channel and the Geek channel. As always, this has been Rarityho. Peace out.